let me repeat once again, as strongly as I possibly can. If you are engaged in this kind of activity, you are breaking the law and you are literally endangering the lives of your family, your friends, and your fellow citizens. This morning, I have enacted an executive order which closes all non-essential businesses, organizations, establishments, and facilities in Maryland, effective at 5 o'clock today.
Welcome. Unprecedented circumstances have caused us to make a few rapid changes here at 30 at 6 to how we make our show. We opened with a very somber Governor Hogan issuing further restrictions. This was from yesterday upon what we might call normal life. But before we get into the details of what's happening, I'd like to bring in our regular hosts, Allison and Rob, to see what's going on with them. Hello, Allison. Hello, Rob. So, Allison, you're down. Allison, you're down in Baltimore, and Rob, you're in Conowingo. Allison, anything to report from the big city?
Well, as you know, the governor ordered all non-essential businesses to close. So that means there aren't many cars on the road, and a lot of businesses are shuttered. It's sad to run down Charles Street in Baltimore and see how quiet it is. And I am teleworking, and I know a lot of other people are teleworking, so that's why there's so few cars. How about you, Rob?
Well, I'm working around the compound here and working on my garden and working on my to-do list. And I want to show you some wild mustard. This is a green that grows out in the fields. It's free. It's delicious. And I'm going to experiment with it and get back to you. But spring's coming and nothing can stop spring.
That's
true.
Is there domesticated mustard?
Oh, yeah. It's made by Frenchies. Or ShopRite.
Mild yellow. So
Speaking of stores, I went to the stores yesterday, and it was pretty spare in there in the meat department, the paper goods department, and the disinfectant department. But people were still shopping. Some had masks on. I think everybody's getting used to the new normal, but they still, for some reason, want to hoard stuff.
Yeah. I've been wondering when people will stop hoarding so much, when they'll feel a little more comfortable with what they have at home.
Yeah.
I don't know. A lot of differing opinions from our leaders about how this should play out. I don't think there's any should about it. I think it's just gonna happen, whatever happens. Yesterday, again, a bit of an explanation, I think. We tried to do this streaming program last night, but we got caught up in our over-ambitious details. But I think we've ironed out most of the kinks, and we're going. It's a little, I guess, a little more like radio than TV or whatever. I don't know. So, yesterday there was Dr. Alan McCarthy had a press conference with various county leaders, the Lauren Levy from the health department, Dr. Lawson from the Cecil County Public Schools, and some others. Sheriff Adams was there. And we have a couple of highlights from that may be important. So here we go.
Yesterday, Cecil County was notified of its first positive case of COVID-19. The patient is a female in her 20s who lives in the Rising Sun area. She has no history of recent foreign travel or known contact with anyone who traveled. As of this morning, there are 2 more for a total of 3 laboratory-confirmed cases of COVID-19 in Cecil County. The second is a male in his 50s who lives in the Elkton area. The third, a woman in her 40s, also in the Elkton area. All 3 individuals are in stable condition and are self-isolating at home. Both the Cecil County Health Department and the Department of Health are working collaboratively with these patients to conduct contact tracing. This process will help to identify any people the individuals have been in close contact with recently. Our prayers for a speedy recovery are extended to these individuals and their families.
We're currently in week 2 of the state-mandated school closure. We've been communicating regularly with our families and our employees as often as we can in order to provide important information, and we will continue to do so. We've received many questions about further extension of this closure and how this will affect our proms, graduations, grades, and more. We're hopeful that the state will be providing more direction later this afternoon so we can move forward with plans to address each of these questions. In the meantime, our staff have been working throughout the closure to continue to plan and provide learning opportunities for students. In the event of an extended closure, we are actively developing a plan to transition from review-based work to delivery of new instructional material. Our 8 meal distribution sites have served well over 10,000 meals in our first 6 days of operation. I can't say enough about our food and nutrition staff and the amazing volunteer network that we've assembled.
Something else I learned this morning, or yesterday morning, was from Commerce Secretary Kelly Schultz about what steps the state is taking to assist small business. What did we hear from her?
Yes, she spoke yesterday, and this is what she said.
Commerce's 2 new emergency relief funds will help our small businesses and nonprofits weather the storm. The first, the Maryland Small Business COVID-19 Emergency Relief Grant Fund, offers up to $10,000 to businesses with 50 or fewer employers. There will also be funding that will be set aside specifically for our nonprofit communities. These grants can provide working capital to cover payroll, rent or mortgage payments, utilities, or other expenses that are incurred during ordinary operations. The Maryland Small Business COVID-19 Emergency Relief Loan Fund is our second program, which offers low-interest loans of up to $50,000 to businesses with fewer than 50 employees. We are offering that at a 0% interest rate for the first 12 months. These loans can be used to cover the same sort of regular operating costs such as payroll, rent, utilities, etc.
So, I guess for small businesses, that could be some relief. I'm very concerned, because as a musician, and Rob, you as well, and just about everyone who goes out once in a while, restaurants and bars are really going to be against it. Those are not, they, as far as I know, they work on small margins, and we may see a few disappear, which I hope not. So they should definitely go.
That's true.
They should definitely go take advantage of that, whatever is offered. Getting back to the county press conference, and there are a couple of things that appeared today from Union Hospital. The instructions have been that if you feel sick and potentially have coronavirus, the instructions have been to call your primary physician. Those are still the instructions. However, Union Hospital has said that if you feel sick, potentially with the virus, and the big and, you do not have a primary care physician, that you should call Union Primary Care. And I'll give you that number quickly, but I'm sure you could look it up. 410-620-0545. The other thing is they have said that they have created a triage tent on Singerly Avenue. So that's now operational every day from noon to 8 p.m. I guess that would be for people with more severe respiratory symptoms. I'm not sure, but that's the gist of the announcement. The hospital's also looking for volunteers. This is interesting. To help sew cloth masks. However, that says, they will need to adhere to the set pattern and instructions. So I guess they don't want people to get too creative with the masks. It could be Rob, you got any mask designs out there?
Oh,
Just your typical bandito mask. I always carry one in my pocket.
Yeah. Anyway, if you wish to volunteer, if you're a person who can sew, and I'm sure that there are people who can knock these things out, you're to contact Catherine McKinney at Union Hospital, and her email address is KMCKINNY. That's K McKinney at UHCC.com. So, the other day, Mike Collins, who has appeared on our show and is a regular crew member, cameraman extraordinaire at Cecil TV, he and I went to Northeast on Friday evening. I know that's a few days ago, but I think it's pertinent because it's probably no different today. Normally, on a Friday evening, if it was 70-degree weather and you were to go to Northeast, the place would be packed. There would be motorcycles. There would be people out on the deck at Woody's and walking up and down the street and having a great time. You couldn't find a place to park, and etc. You've all been there, and so we went there, and it was a bit different. So check this out.
Yeah, hi, I'm Norm Weiner from Northeast Maryland. I just picked up dinner from Pier 1. I've been eating here for longer than I can remember, and they've always helped taking care of my family, and I'm going to help take care of them. I had to shut down my own real estate office on Route 40 today for the duration, but I can handle it, and I'm not sure they can, so I want to help them out.
My name's Lisa from Rising Sun, and this is how I'm coping and managing with the virus. Getting out on the open road and riding.
Eric Wright from Elkton, Maryland, and just how I'm coping.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm currently out of a job because of it, but it's something that we need to take seriously but not overreact to. Everyone should still be out doing their thing, but should certainly take the precautions that they need to. Wash your hands, please. Stop hoarding toilet paper. But it's certainly something that we all can get through together.
My name's Will Mann, and I live in Northeast Maryland, and the only way I can see us social distancing outside today is to take the old longboard out and get out on the water. Figure we can get away from everyone and get the kids some fresh air while we can. So hopefully it works out. Because I told them they're not allowed to go in the park.
So, that was Northeast. I imagine Main Street in Elkton is no different. we can only hope we get back out there soon. Rob, you're not playing any musical
No, but
engagements?
I have a selection of songs I'd like. I know we're going to have a musical guest, hopefully, on this show tonight. The guy mentioned "Stop Hoarding Toilet Paper." I think we have a song about toilet paper coming up. Is that correct?
It's a really good song. I would not be surprised if this song went viral. It's by Heather Pearson, and
No pun intended, right?
And we know Heather Pearson from the North Elk Coffee House in Northeast, right?
Yes, she is a regular returning performer at the North Elk Coffee House. She's really, I can't say enough great things about her. She's just a terrific piano player and just a great singer, which you will see. And we're going to go out on this. Here's, I guess, a message. We are going to try to do this more regularly than Cecil TV's usual weekly thing. It may not be as complete as this, but I think, I think it'd be useful to the county to have a kind of an evening news show. At least I think so. We'll have guests, and I wanted to say, anyone out there who feels they have an experience they wish to share, and you have Skype, or you feel you are capable of installing Skype on either your phone or your computer. It works better on the computer. Send us a message, either on Facebook or at info@cecil.tv, and tell us something about yourself and what you would like to say. And also via Skype, we will be reaching out to the county leaders. Probably before long, we'll probably resume our political interviews and other people. This may be the way we gotta go for a while. In the meantime, we are renovating our studio with a new look, and we have there's expanded crew and enthusiasm. And anyway, so we're going out with Heather Pearson, and the name of the song is the Toilet Paper Song, and I think it's just right for right now. So thanks a lot. We'll see ya. And next time, take it easy.
Good hygiene is essential, and it offers the potential to safeguard one's health and others too. When widespread cooperation becomes the new vocation, then healthy habits see us all through. But desperate times call for desperate measures, and we are called to forego familiar pleasures. When the stores are all out of bathroom tissue, it can bring up a very touchy issue. What will I use when I poop? How will I clean up number 2? I could go another way and install a new bidet and do like Europeans do when they do. How will I clean up my rump every time I have to take a dump? Those who thought only of themselves have cleaned out all the shelves. So what's a dirty bottom sole to do? Oh, what will I use when I poop?
might get stuck with wet wipes or pine cones. But I must be mindful of the septic, lest my landlord be apoplectic, and I don't want him shitting in my shoes.